how are you doing today?
Hey, nice
Welcome
to see you
back.
again. Yeah.
This is our mock counseling session 3 we'll be doing today. So how's everything going with you?
So far, it's been going pretty steady, pretty okay.
Okay. And how's the baby?
Um, well, I mean, he's regards to what? Like he's okay. He's okay. He's okay.
Okay.
Things have been kind of getting better. He's growing and getting bigger, but
Okay.
I'm just struggling a little bit. I know last time we were talking about the issues that we were having with me and my husband.
Mhm.
And as far as like raising him and things, and so it's yeah, like you asked about me and my husband.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I asked about the baby, but now that we're here today, we're gonna talk about a little bit about your memory loss. I remember last time we was having a conversation about that, and you was brought it up, and you was telling me how since a lot of things been happening um, over the couple of years, your memory has kind of went, not where you wanted to be, especially at a young age for you. So tell me a little bit about how you're dealing with that, your memory loss.
Well, I mean, really, I just try to um, take it a day at a time. Like it's things that okay, how can I say it? Basically, it's driving me up the wall. Sometimes it's really frustrating because there are times where I'm doing a task or I'm doing something and I'm just going with the flow and something comes up in my mind and I forget why I'm doing what I'm doing, you know?
Okay.
And that kind of gets frustrating because there are times where I left, like, for instance, me and my husband, we went over to his mom's place
Mhm.
and I left the baby bag. How could I forget the baby bag? You know what I'm saying? Because I went into the house to go get it and then I thought about something else and just came out,
Boom, you
grabbed my
forgot.
cup, and I came outside with my cup instead of the baby bag.
Oh, okay. If so, with this memory problem that you're having, what how are you dealing with it as with them? What do you do to like treat it? Like, have you been to a doctor yet? No.
No,
You dealing with it
yeah,
just
this is
on your
really
own for
my
right now?
this is really just my first step in trying to see what's going on because I really didn't know that it was an issue. I
Mhm.
was like, okay, I'm probably just too stressed or just like I got a lot going on, so maybe I'm just not remembering a lot of things. But it was brought to my attention when my husband actually noticed, like, okay, it's kind of becoming too common, so you really need to see what's going on.
Yeah. Okay. So how's your husband coping with it along with now that he knows that you have this memory loss problem, and I know that like I said, you have the baby, so you've been at home every day with the baby. How's that going? And your husband coping with it?
Well, with him coping with it, you said?
Mhm.
Well, I mean, he it's stressful for him. He doesn't really try to show it a
Mhm.
lot, but I can tell because I know him. It's stressful for him because he has to do more, or he
Mhm.
has to constantly remind me, or now it's like he has to take care of two people instead of just the baby.
Mhm.
And so I could tell it's kind of stressful for him. So we just try to do things daily to set like little reminders or something by the door, like a checklist to remind me of everything that I need before I leave the house. Or if something comes up, we try to do like little post-its or
To
little
keep
triggers that
yourself
might
in
be a
track.
reminder. Yeah.
Yeah, cause like keeping a schedule,
Yeah.
Monday through Sunday, and having what's the things that you're gonna do on a Monday, what's the things you're gonna do on a Tuesday,
Right.
what's the things, and that's great to have. And I'm glad to hear that from you because with memory loss time, you can just forget instantly and bam. And
Right.
then at that time, at that instant, like that stage of time, you're like, okay, wait a minute. I was looking for, and your mind goes somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm glad to hear that from you. That tells me that you are taking a step ahead. That you are, working hard at, trying to build back your memory. So I'm glad to hear that. But what else do you do, like, as far as
With
that?
with my husband.
No, just by yourself. Like, say if you're by yourself, um, you forget something real quick. So, say you go by your schedule and you're by yourself, your husband's going to work. Um, do you take the sticky notes off? Like, okay, if I wash dishes, okay, let me take that sticky note off for that particular day.
If I remember, because it's like that's one thing that we're trying to work on, because when I start doing tasks, I just do it. And then I don't go back to the sticky notes, because most of the time I don't really think about them. I just, okay, yeah, in the beginning, I say, okay, yes, wake up the day. Okay, sometimes I remember, okay, yeah. Or my husband will be like, all right, babe, don't forget the schedule, or here's the schedule. And as soon as he leaves, we'll look at it. I'll start the day, and then I won't look at it anymore. And then I end up forgetting things that I'm supposed to do.
Okay. So here's the next question for you. Tell me how you feel when you're by yourself and you get so frustrated. You're like, I can't do this. I can't handle this condition anymore. How do you feel when you're by yourself? You just have that alone time. And sometimes you get frustrated with something.
I just feel that I'm really not aware or in tune with reality sometimes, because my mind can go from one place to another really fast, and I can just really forget what I'm doing, or forget what I'm thinking about or what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'll start doing something else. And then I just really feel like it's kind of frustrating, because then I have to reap the consequences of not taking care of what I was supposed to do, or not taking care of business or anything like that. So it's kind of frustrating. And then with my husband and our son, I don't think that's good for them,
And why do you think that? Like, what's your reason behind it? Especially for the baby.
It just feels that I'm not strong enough. I'm not doing what I need to do. Then why am I here?
How about, have you ever told yourself, you know what, I can't be the mother I need to be because
I think of that all the time,
because of my condition.
I think of that all the time because of the many things that you've known about, that we've talked about. There are a lot of times that I feel, what is going to happen next? Like, everything's coming on. It's just a series of unfortunate events, and it's more like, what now? What's going to happen now? What am I going to go through next? So you're asking me about how old he was?
Yeah, about how old was
what were you saying?
Take your time. What I was asking you was how you think your husband feels sometimes.
Oh, he feels, he's kind of stressed about it. He doesn't like to show it, but he's kind of stressed about it.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell that he doesn't really show his emotions on his sleeve like that, but I can tell it kind of gets to him having to be a constant reminder. Mm-hmm. And him basically having to take care of two people, so it's kind of like that.
My next question is, when it comes down to your family members, are they very supportive of of your condition? Because at the end of the day, you would need that support system. You would need, I know you have your baby and your husband, but like your grandmother, your mother, the other people in your family, and your husband's family. Do they support that you have this condition? And
well, my husband's side, well, his mother's side rather, they're really supportive. They try to keep high hopes and positive energies within our family, because they know a lot has been going on, especially with me, and they can be stressful, and of course he needs someone that he needs to talk to. So they try to be supportive and the motivators towards us. And my grandmother, since we have our own little family now, it's mainly focusing on just me and my husband and trying to stay within our family. My grandmother, she has her say so and her 2 cents, we can say, on what's going on and what we should do to make the situation better, which is another reason why I'm here. She had the vote on yes, coming and venting and saying what's going on. So
there's nothing wrong with that. As long as they support you, long as they're there for you. Because from our first session up till now, I'm like so glad to hear that you are improving with a lot of treatments and techniques that we have talked about and you have learned from talking about your first session with the anorexia, then our second session talking about your parenting problems. Now we're talking about your memory loss. It's like now I'm proud of you. You're doing a great job because at the end of the day, I know you could pull you could push forward and continue to keep going. And like, what are your goals? If you don't mind me, what are your goals from here to now? With all the all the sessions that we have talked about.
Well, really, just my goal is to really see me for who I really am and accept that.
Yes.
And try to, I guess you can say, don't hold a wall up when people are trying to give me advice or when people are trying to motivate me and do things that will assist me in a way, because I have to, I guess you could say my goal is to be more open and let people know that something is going on, or if I have an issue, or if I'm being depressed or stressed or anything, just let someone know, or mainly talk about it and get it out, and just know that I can't go back into those dark places to where I was before.
And you're right about that, because at the end of the day, you will need someone to talk to. If I'm not available, have someone that you could talk to and they will listen to you, because at the end of the day, everybody needs a support system, and I'm like I said, I'm glad that you have that. And sometimes you can build a wall up with certain people, but sometimes you have to tell yourself like, okay, I'm tired. I have to talk to somebody and let them hear what I have to say, because I'm tired of holding it in. And you don't want yourself to get too frustrated and too stressed out. Because stress can really put that more health conditions on you. So you don't want to put more stress on yourself than what you already have. Like I told you, I'm proud that you're doing great.
Yeah,
you're doing really great. Like, you're married, you have your child, and you doing you building goals like you want to. And the goals that I want to refer to you are with your memory loss, like, keep it pushing. Keep practicing. Keep practicing those schedules that you have that Monday through Sunday, and what you do on each day. And with your parents, and keep practicing, keeping the baby around, and self-control, motivation, and your anorexia. Like, from my understanding, you eating good, you doing very well. So I'm very excited to hear that.
Yeah, we've been trying, and it's been really improving.
That's
great. I don't think that it's been a long time coming since we've done had those issues with that. I think everything else that's been going on within our family has really clouded that little problem that I've had back then. Especially these sessions coming here, it's been helping out a lot too.
That's good, and I'm glad to hear that.
To get it out to someone else versus just my husband or just my book or myself. Right?
Yeah, and sometimes of keeping like a diary, of what's on your mind. If you can't, if your husband don't want to talk about it, just keep it a diary. Just the time of the day, and just right now, or going for a walk, just to release some stress. However stress helps you, just do that, because you don't want to put more on yourself than what you already have. I was looking at you when she came here. I was like, yeah, she gained some weight.
Yeah.
She gained some weight, so that's a good thing. I'm so glad to hear that.
I'm not pregnant, so yeah, I'm eating.
Great. I'm so glad to hear that.
That's what I was saying. We've come definitely a long way from having those eating problems and stuff. And you were asking me about
what I was asking. Just take your time.
I mean, we were
yeah, just take the time. What I was just gonna say was I'm so happy to hear about everything. But it was nice meeting you.
Okay.
And see you at the next session.
Thank you so
much. And have a great day.
You'll hear from me soon.